We're going for it. Full thrust. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here in Space Engineers. This is Ragnar, and I'm so glad that you could join me today. We have got an ambitious plan for today. First item of note is we're going to be building a spaceship, and I've actually got a bit of a temporary structure laid out here. You can see we have a very crooked looking landing gear there, all ready to be built on awkwardly. And can I push that? No, I can't push that. It's locked in place. So today we are going to be working on our spaceship, which I, for one, am very excited about. And I hope you guys are excited too. It might seem like a short period of time. Some of you have been joining recently, which, by the way, you guys, thanks so much for the support. It really does mean a lot. I've had a few new subscribers. We got some nice comments from people and some very useful tips as well. Yeah. So first plan for the day is to start working on our first orbiter. It's going to be a short-range craft, obviously. Something that we can make our little hop up into space there. We'll fly around, we'll find a nice asteroid. We'll get some platinum, finally. I can get the best tools, which will speed things up moderately at best, but it matters. It matters, guys, right? Having the best stuff. Part of the reason that I built this temporary structure is that I want to be able to access this connector right here. So you can see we can just reach right in there and we can grab whatever we need, fill up on steel plates, for example. Then we'll just be able to come right over here and build onto our ship. I also put these temporary scaffolding blocks around just so that we can access the ship from the side, and then we can also access it from underneath. Seemed like a good idea. So, yeah. The other thing, too, is I am a bit sad. I mean, last episode, it was a little bit tragic. I was a bit reckless, and, well, a lot reckless. And, we lost Booty Hall in a tragic turn of events. I really thought that I had made it there, but at the last second I flipped the camera around and I lost my orientation, which was, complete noob move. But we'll remedy that situation here when we build up this ship. It's going to be also useful on the Earth as well. It'll have some atmospheric thrusters. I don't plan to put them all over it. But yeah, before we forget about her, we're going to have to lay poor Booty Hall to rest and give her a proper burial. But I'll probably do that off camera and bring you guys back just to show you what I've got for her. But anyway, I'm going to get going. I'm going to lay together a basic structure for this ship here. We're going to put on, I haven't really decided. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'll throw some blocks together, tinker around a bit. We may or may not have, a cabin, with a flight seat, which would mean that there would be an interior to the ship, which I'm totally down with. But that might put the ship a little bit oversized for this platform. So that's one thing to consider. So yeah, maybe we'll stick with the standard plug-and-play cockpit. Pop that guy on there. Then we're going to need an oxygen generator for sure, because we're going into space. We need a source of oxygen, and we'll have to bring our ice with us so that we can replenish our hydrogen cells as well for those hydrogen thrusters, which, as you most likely know if you're watching this video, you do need those to get up into space, as the atmospheric thrusters only, well, they push air. They're not general expulsion of gas. So yeah, I'm going to get going. I'm going to work on this a little bit, and I'm going to bring you back when I have a little bit to show. Booty Hall. She was more than just a ship. She was my ship. She was our ship, and she served us well. Here we stand on the grave of the late and great cargo hauler, who we so affectionately named after the booty that she proudly wore. Here lies Booty Hall, beloved transporter of goods and personnel. Your sacrifice in the name of our odyssey to the stars shall never be forgotten. So this is what we have, ladies and gents. I built a bit of a grave here. I don't know if you know what that thing is from, but I'll let you make some guesses. I'm sure some of you will get the reference. But as you can see, I wrote her a little epitaph here. We sacrificed a battery and a solar cell so that she could be honored. And below here, you see, encased in glass, so that she may view the stars forevermore, lie the remains of Booty Hall. We could have taken her apart, but, you know, I felt like maybe it wasn't right. But farewell, old friend. You've done us a great service, and we'll never forget you. Anyway, all that aside, I have been doing some work on the spaceship. It's not complete yet, but you can see we've got a bit of a structure going here. Some big old thrusters there on the back, they're incomplete. We've got 2 hydrogen cells right there, yet to be filled. We have our reactor, and we have our oxygen generator there, which I could very well get filled up, and you know, it'll start filling up the tanks. But you know, what's the point if we don't use all that hydrogen that we've been building up in the storage room downstairs? That seems like it would be a little bit silly. But seeing as we do have that hydrogen, I'm thinking, you know, maybe we don't need those atmospheric thrusters. Maybe we'll give it a shot here. Just using the old Runky. Just using what we've got for hydrogen thrusters. And we'll see how it works out. It might be a little bit cumbersome, and we'll see how quickly it runs out and whatnot, but it may do fine. Depends on how many thrusters and how much weight we're going to be carrying around all the time. But yeah, I'm just working away here. This is a basic shape. I'm obviously, you know, this is going to be modified and tinkered with furthermore until we get something that's a little bit satisfying. But I'm also thinking maybe it doesn't make too much sense to cover up the entire ship. It seems like, I don't know. If I was to put a shell that went all the way around the whole ship, it might get a little bit ridiculous, make it look all chunky and fat. But we'll see. Also, you can see here that I added a second landing gear. I actually want to bring that landing gear up and then try this thing out. I've never done something quite like this, but I like the idea of it, like having the landing gear sort of hidden away so you can still lock down to the ground. But then you also get to kind of have your own custom looking thing going on. So we'll see how that turns out. We're still, you know, like I said, feeling it out, and we'll see what where the shape takes us. It's definitely an iterative process, this building. So the other thing too about closing the whole thing in, especially if we're going to be committing to hydrogen thrusters only on this guy, is the more blocks we add, the more weight we add, and we could end up in a situation where we're feeling a little bit kind of heavy, even without anything in here. So, but like I said earlier in the previous clip, we'll get this thing built up, and then we'll fill up these cargo containers with whatever we got. Hopefully, we have enough in the storage system downstairs to actually load it up full. So we can do a proper test before we try to take it out into space. That isn't to say that, you know, when I'm out there, I'm going to be filling this thing right up with the ores, because, man, mining all that stuff out by hand, trying to capture all those floating bits everywhere, not so realistic. But I'm going to continue on with this, guys. I'll get some thrusters on here. And even if I don't have the shape entirely finished, I do think that we're going to try to get a flight in today. We're going to breach the atmosphere. We're going to get out there and see the real stars for what they are. and kind of take our bearings in the universe, see where we have asteroids available to capture, and get the materials that we need to move forward. So I will be right back, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more progress for you. And we're back. So I've got some progress here. Main systems are coming online. We've got absolute overkill on these thrusters, but better safe than sorry at this point. I don't want to crash the ship before I know what kind of thrust we really need. Yeah, we've got, I don't even know, like 21 down thrusters. They're all small though. It's probably overkill, and we may find that we run out of hydrogen rather quickly with just the 2 tanks there. But you can see the tanks are full. I did fill those up because I was getting to think about it, and you know, I wasn't really sure how I was going to get the ship over there. I could have drawn a conveyor all the way over here and connected it right up there, but in the end decided to just throw some ice in there, throw some uranium in the reactor as well, and get everything all up and running. Speaking of the reactor, I always make this mistake, and maybe you're like me, but you build the reactor in, you've got the connectors all connected up and whatnot, but the reactor's still off, you don't have any uranium in the reactor, and then you're like, wait, how do I get uranium in there? And then you have to break off one side or the other just to get the uranium into it and fire everything up. So let's jump in the cockpit here, and we'll pull up the control panel, and let's pull up all the thrusters, and we'll shift click. There's quite a few, as you can see. We'll turn all those on. I just want to take a peek around, make sure everything is lit. Yeah, we got all those. Those are all going. The large thrusters are not going. Why are those not going? I don't know. We still need our down thrusters, by the way. Not a big deal if we're just going to be moving the ship over there. I wanted to put it down on the platform just to get a peek at how it looks, and also I want to take off this landing gear because that's kind of obstructing what I can do with the shape. So yeah, this could be a little bit risky. I'm a little nervous about it. So yeah, before we get crazy here, let's look up the large thrusters. Where are the forward thrusters? Large hydrogen thrusters. Those are off. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys. Wish me luck. I am probably more nervous than this actually merits, but I'm still... Alright, unlocking the landing. Oh, hang on. We do not have any gyroscopes. Oh, major malfunction there. You know what, let's just go ahead and shut it off. No? Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Oops. Hang on. I am losing my orientation of buttons. Hang on here. What do we need for a gyroscope? I'm gonna guess we're gonna need some motors. Let's grab 80 of those. Oh, we already got a few. I'm not gonna need those guys. I don't think I need those. Small tubes. Let's grab like 100 of them. And steel plates for sure. We're gonna need a few. And what else do we need? Computers? Probably need some of those. Definitely gonna need some construction components. But yeah, I've been running out of materials here. I've got I keep having to come back and fill back up on the bits and pieces. Let's pull up our... Oop, not that. So, do we have gyroscopes here somewhere? There they are. Number 6. So yeah, I'm thinking... make that one face down. That one face to the side. And then this one will face that way. Oh, I did need those large steel tubes. That's all right. We'll run back and get them. Yeah, let's bring it around real quick. There's 6 again. And that is correct. That is like that. And like that. Weld those babies up. We'll go back for our large steel tubes. So yeah, we're coming along. This has been it's a bit of a drawn out project because you know, I just have the evenings to work here on these videos for you guys. I have a day job, actually in real engineering, but this is more fun. This is the fun playtime engineering. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's a nice creative outlet, and you guys seem to enjoy the videos, so I'm more than happy to make them for you. And hopefully you get some enjoyment out of them. I know that I've followed quite a few YouTube series, and for space engineers, not so much. I haven't found a lot of people that do the style of video that I generally like to watch for my, you know, just nighttime, more or less mindless entertainment. But yeah, I'm hoping I can provide that for you. Okay, let's just take one last check around. Looks like the thrusters are all working. Got that landing gear up and running. We have our gyroscopes. I think that we're ready here to move the ship. Bring it down to where I can work a bit more on the shape in a more comfortable fashion. So fingers crossed. We're releasing this landing gear. That's good. Nothing moved. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. This is all good. Now can we jump out and take that landing gear off? That's the question. Oh, it looks okay. This is good. This is really, really good. Oh, are you sinking? No, it's my imagination. All right, let's jump back in here and we'll park it before we get too crazy. Also, as you can see, I haven't learned my lesson whatsoever. I'm turning the camera all around and flying with my orientation completely mixed up. But, oh, run into that glitch again. Can we not go down? There we go. Bringing it in gentle. There we go. And I believe that connector is lined up. Okay. Let's lock that landing gear. We will turn her off. Shut down. There you go. All right. Well, successful moving of the ship. That's good. I feel confident. And yeah, I kind of like how, well, I don't know. I guess I have mixed feelings about this nose sitting like it does. It's not bad, but I'm going to do a little bit more work on this. I don't know that we're going to finish the shape of the ship today. It'll probably be a bit of an iterative process. This needs to go. I hate this thing around the back. Ugh. But yeah, I'm going to keep working here, and I'm going to bring you guys back, and hopefully we're going to be ready to head for the stars. So I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, guys. Just dropping off the last few items here from my inventory. And I have to say, I'm pretty excited about this ship. I think that it came out pretty nice. We may want to tinker around a bit with the color scheme. But actually, you can see we've got our inventory right there. So we're hooked up. And I did end up using some of the hydrogen. Actually, let's see if we took any of the tick marks off here. Nah, they look like they're all still full. The capacity is huge. So, but yeah, let's head upstairs. I'll show you what I've got. And, oh, let me delay it a little bit more. We're gonna make sure these doors are closed. Don't look, don't look. And there she is. It's very zoomy looking. I put a lot of time into adding all the little details here. I hope that you like it as much as I do. We'll get a little bit of an upward angle here. But I added the top thrusters as well. So we have all the thrusters that we need. And I did load up with ice. And, well, took all of the ice really from our storage system. So we'll see how we do. That's going to be probably about as much of a test as I'm going to do right now for weight capacity. But this is it, guys. We're going to space. Just another thing worth mentioning, I crafted up a few oxygen bottles. Definitely want to do that if you're going to space. If you don't do that, you might find yourself very dead and your ship floating off into the distance with no way to retrieve it. So let's fire up the gyros. Those are on. Bringing all the thrusters online. Let's release that landing gear. Oh, I hope we have enough. Yo, what's up, guys? Connectors enabled. Release. Alright, well, I guess that answers the question. We have too much weight. Alright. Yeah, I guess 321,000 kilograms of ice is a little bit too much. But I really don't want to just... I can't just dump it all. I need it to get back. Oh, this is risky. This is very risky. Our oxygen generator is full. Let's bring 100k. 150 maybe. Where are we? There we go. 120. 1,000. Do we have the thrust now? Oh, we have the thrust. All right. This is it. We're going for it. Full thrust. Goodbye, Earth. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Let's watch the hydrogen storage on the side. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We're going for it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This could be really bad. Guys. Where are we at? We need to look at what we have going on. This is an emergency landing. We're in a serious situation here. What's our altitude? Watching that altitude. Try and turn on the dampeners the last minute. So we don't have enough fuel. Oh, we're back up to half. Oh, slow it down, slow it down. Come on. Slow it down. Oh. Alright. Guys. Epic fail. Epic fail. Don't crash our brand new ship for the love of God. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's too heavy. It's too heavy and we need more hydrogen. Bring it in gentle, please. Alright. Landing gear locked. Let's shut it down. Oh boy. That was scary. Oh my goodness. Guys. Well, unfortunately, that's going to have to be it for today. We got some major renovations to do to this ship. We're going to have to increase our hydrogen storage before we can get off this planet, but critical lesson learned. Watch your hydrogen storage, what you have in capacity, because if, you know, it's a long trip out of the atmosphere and you spend hours and hours on a ship like this, you do not want to make a mistake and crash it into the ground, especially since it's our only ship. We've got so much material into it. But anyhow, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Ragnar. I'll see you in the next episode.